Good evening and welcome to Guitar Stuff Studio. How's it going, everybody? It's good to see you all. It's super busy in the chat tonight. We got Imo, we got Rod Bishop, Jojo Fryrox is in the house. Rod, Craze Fandango, Barry, Judy, Boom was here earlier. S Ferguson. Hey, it's good to see you all, guys. Thanks for stopping by. You might have noticed we've gone back to the regular format, and that's because I renewed the subscription on this software for another month accidentally. So I'm using it, but everything seems to work. There was no mess ups tonight, so yeah, cool. How is everyone? Update on Mr. Pickle. For those of you that follow me on the social medias, Mr. Pickle wasn't very well at the start of the week. He Mr. Pickle he got up on Monday morning, I think it was, and he just wasn't himself. He wasn't eating his food or anything. His tummy was really hard, so I ended up taking Mr. Pickle to the vet, and he had pancreatitis. His pancreas was knackered anyway, so yeah. He's got some tablets. He's running about now. He's having a sleep, but he's a lot better. Where is Frank? Frank's here. Just here. Frank is never more than 2 feet away. That's Frank. He's never more than 2 feet away from me, and that's why Frank is my best friend. Rod saw my post, but he's still in Twitter jail. Hang in there, buddy. You'll be out soon. Frankie, that's enough. Come on, lie down. Come on, be good. Be good for daddy. So, how is everyone? It's been a crazy week so far. Tonight, we've got two things. I was going to talk about Jay Harang's in the house. How's it going, Jay? Good to see you, buddy. I'm going to talk about PMT Music shutting down in the UK, which is pretty sad. But that is probably going to turn into an all-out mental rant on my part. So yeah, I'll leave that one till later because it's just going to get unhinged. It really is. It's not going to be pretty. So yeah. So yeah, tonight we are going to be talking about guitars and recording guitars. For a few reasons, but do you know what? I'm just going to get into it while Frank eats his ball behind me really noisily. So, how many of you in the chat actually record yourself playing guitar? Now, number one, why would you record yourself playing guitar? Somebody actually asked me that on Twitter the other week. I was like, what? So, why would you record yourself playing guitar? Right, number one, to hear yourself play, right? Have you ever, I don't know how many of you had that thing where you record your voice and like you listen back to it and you're like, is that what I really sound like? Yes, Bishop, bass counts as well. We're inclusive here when it comes to guitars and music and stuff. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, you know, the first time you hear yourself talk on a video or on tape, and you think, Jesus, do I sound like that? And it is actually the same with the guitar. Because, I mean, you might be playing away, you get lost in the moment, you think you sound like the ghost of Hendrix. But when you listen to it back, you are actually the reincarnation of Lil Wayne or somebody. So it's a really good learning tool. Jojo records herself playing all the time. Judy to track the journey. Yeah, exactly. Things like that. Craze Fandango needs to update his computer before he can record himself. Peace runs on anthracite. Mine's got a little hamster that runs around in it. I have to feed it. I don't even know what hamsters eat, so that's obviously a lie. So yeah, another thing as well is learning from your mistakes. Again, while you're playing and you're in, you know, you're in the zone, you might not realize that you're making a mistake, or you know, you listen back and you think that's not actually the note or the chord I should be playing. Cass is in the chat. Hail Cass. So yeah, it's T-Bug Covers is in the chat. How's it going? Find recording as a player has really helped you improve. When you can see your mistakes, it's easier to help sort them out. So yeah, these are some brilliant reasons for Steampunk Elf is in the chat. How's it going? I think that's Nick. How's it going, dude? Yeah, so straight away, there's some good reasons for recording yourself. Another one, I used to do this all the time, is to learn from, is to make yourself a jam track to play over. So, I mean, like, say you want to work out a solo for a song, something like that. It's, you can play the chord progression and then listen back to it and, work your solo out over it. And that way, you've got the right notes going over the right chords and stuff. Lamb's in the chat, how's it going? So yeah, to learn to make up solos, brilliant. Another one, we all see it now on Twitter and the Instagram. I've got an Instagram. Oh, did you like the did you like the intro tune? I did that. I will get to that in a bit. So yeah, for videos and stuff, you get all these guys playing on, posting little videos, 30-second, 1-minute videos of themselves playing a solo, or a little bit of a jam. One of the things that I hate is when people do that and they video themselves and they just use their phone. So that they're playing through the amp and everything, and then they video it with their phone and then put it up, and you're thinking, dude, you've spent, you're playing $1,000 guitar through a $500 amp with 500 pounds worth of effects, and you're recording it on your phone. It's going to sound like, phones just don't record loud audio that well. It sounds bad. And of course, another reason for recording a guitar is recording full songs, making music, to release and stuff and sell. Yeah, right. It goes on Spotify and you make 30 pence for every 8 million plays. So, ways to record yourself playing guitar. Number one, phone. Like I said, it sucks. But if you're in a pinch, phone is all right. You have a brilliant flash of inspiration. You think, right, I need to get this down before I forget it. And your phone's just there. It's great. What I used to use a lot for writing music and stuff was a looper pedal. I was actually smart here, and I did some layers here. Look, there's a looper pedal. Ta-da! This Andy learning technology. It's like a caveman. So Frank's just trashing the settee behind me. Looper pedal's a great way of recording yourself, and having your being able to get down a chord progression or a riff or something. But the thing is with a looper pedal, it's not always permanent because you'll come up with something else. So it's limiting. So I just saw a couple of comments there in the right. Jojo Fry, not very technical. I mic up the katana and use the DAW to record the audio. This is where I was going. This is where I was going. I'm talking about interfaces. Okay, let's talk about interfaces. Steampunk still got Tascam portable full track. I can remember using one of them when I was about 16. They're brilliant. So, depending as well on your DAW, you get very, very, very simple ones, kind of like Audacity. Audacity is a great program. It really is. It's very easy. You just plug and play. It's great. You don't need any like technical thing or anything. You just plug in, play, and Audacity will record it. I use Audacity as well sometimes for recording vocals for my videos and stuff. So Audacity is good. And then you get things that are a bit more sort of like technical, like Ableton, which I'm a huge fan of. But yeah, where I was going was I'm just going through some of the comments here. Ooh, we've got Andy. I should do a vid on this. Right, you see, we've got a few here saying Jack miking up an amp and recording it into the DAW. Personality. Hell, personally, I don't like doing that. And I'll explain it. Yeah, Frank is stealing the show tonight, Cass. He's radging. He knows he's getting attention. That's why I'm just pretending to ignore him. Yeah, one of the beefs I've got with miking up an amp and using it is, number one, you've got to set the mic up and everything. You've got to find the sweet spot. But then the minute you get some background noise or you hear something talking or anything, I personally prefer DI. If I'm recording, and then everything else I add in post. That's the way I've started recording everything clean, and then just adding stuff in post. For me, I don't know, for the kind of music that I'm making at the moment, it tends to suit me better. But yeah, I mean, I get the point that a lot of people get. Frankie, come on, lie down, buddy. I get the point that a lot of people get overfaced with DAWs, interfaces, and stuff like that. You should listen to that guy, Joe. Matt knows his stuff. DI is the way. Honestly, once you've gone DI, you'll never go back. But yeah, I'm gonna talk a bit about DI. So I mean, your options with DI are really good these days. I mean, most people will use something like this. The Focusrite, the good old Focusrite. Hands up, everyone in the chat who's got a Focusrite. the Focusrite seems to be the I don't know. It seems to be the industry standard. Barry, audio interfaces are so affordable now. Yes, they are, but that doesn't mean they're good. I had one of these guys once. This is an M Audio interface. I think it's about half the price of a Focusrite, and I was having a lot of problems with it, especially with latency, and I was having a lot of problems getting Reaper to recognize it, and using ASIO for all and stuff. It was a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. I ended up selling that one, but I've never had that issue with Focusrite. Focusrite stuff has always kind of been my go-to because it's always been a case of plug it in, play, brilliant. DI for electroacoustic with an oral exciter. I live in a semi-detached. Going with amp would start a war with the neighbours. We have this mutual agreement to keep it quite right. The Focusrites are good. They don't like ASIO for all. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, whenever I've plugged a Focusrite in, I just click Focusrite ASIO or Focusrite Thunderbolt, and it's good to go. M Audio is bad. It's 40 quid. Buying cheap is buying twice. There is. I can't remember why I bought one. I bought one, and I wasn't impressed with it. Same with the Behringer interface. I couldn't get on with it. Now, this is going to sound like a bit of a plug thing, right? But it's not. I promise you. I've got a video coming out about this little thing that's coming up. And that is, sorry, I got distracted again. Might as well just pathetic. This is the Sonido audio interface, and I have been using this for about a week and a half now, and I am absolutely blown away with this thing. I swear to God. I can't show you it at the minute because I've got it plugged in because this is actually running the audio for this stream as well. So there's that. So yeah, basically the reason I got one of these is somebody sent it to me for free to try it out, and I was kind of like, yeah, I'll try it out. I'll make a video, and it'll probably go in the drawer or go in the gig bag or something. I've ended up using it every day for something or another. Now this thing is about $50, but it's brilliant. I'll explain why. One of the other things was I've never used a tablet or a phone for recording my audio. Mostly because I have a PC. I've got a couple of laptops, so I've always just got Ableton or Reaper or something on a PC, and I can just plug in. But recently, a lot of people were saying to me, "You need to try GarageBand. You need to try Pro Tools and this that." And I'm like, I'm not an Apple guy, so I bought a second-hand iPad. Now, you might notice that I have been releasing some music recently. The Uncool Uprising. It's a really uncool name, but I am pretty uncool, so that's the Uncool Uprising. Everything I have recorded audio-wise for my videos recently, for the Uncool Uprising stuff, for the streams, everything, I've done with this little audio interface. Yeah, RME stuff like that. I mean, what I'm talking about here is something that's cheap, very reliable, practically. I mean, no noticeable latency with this thing at all. And the thanks, Jojo. The thing is with this is, when you think recording the videos on your phone, basically you can plug your guitar directly into your phone now with the Sonido. It basically just plugs in with a USB-C. I'm not going to go on about it too much, but seriously, it's uncool. For fuck's sake. Just let me. Right, if you're going to support my pop career, you need to be going onto Spotify or Apple Music or wherever and listening to my songs. Damn it. Or follow me on Instagram. I've got an Instagram now. I still don't know what to do with Instagram. But yeah, listen, I've got a video coming out like this little Sonido thing. And it, for recording into a phone or a tablet, for people that haven't got PCs or laptops or stuff, it is absolutely brilliant little bit of kit for $50. It's uncool. Jesus Christ. Bishop, you post pictures and videos on Instagram. That's what it's for. Yeah, I'm not really a big picture taker. I think that's why I've never really had much to do with Instagram, because I'm not really a picture guy. It would just be pictures of Frank and the rest of the guys probably, and my tortoise. But that would be a pet account than a music account, and I don't really know how I could tie that in with the guitar stuff studio. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Personally, I feel that recording your guitar playing is very important, and I think if you can do the best job that you can, for as little money as possible, then that's definitely the way forward. And like I said, if you're not familiar with using DAWs and stuff, programs like Audacity are programs like Audacity are brilliant. You just plug in play and it plays it back to you. It's brilliant. Some of the Insta people I follow post videos of their works. I suppose you can post videos of you playing or highlights from your streams. Do you know what, Cass? I am not going to be posting any more videos of me playing guitar, these little clips, because after the whole Giacomo Tura thing, I think he's kind of ruined it for everybody. I don't know. Anytime I just see somebody, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some amazing guys playing amazing licks and stuff, and little videos and stuff. But I don't know. For me, it's just kind of been spoiled, and I don't know. I'm just not that guy. Oh, look at me playing guitar. I think I like the sound of my own voice too much. But yeah, I don't know. To be fair, Cass, I'm just using the Instagram account for the I'm just using the Instagram account for the uncool uprising music thing. I'm not doing it for guitar stuff. See, I tried that. I just got bored, and I couldn't find anybody on Instagram that I really wanted to follow because it was just people going to the gym or fucking Cristiano Ronaldo or some of those fellas. It's just not my thing. I'm not interested in the whole celebrity thing. It just doesn't do it for me. Steampunk only uses Twitter after they had a data breach at school and some toe rag hacked a teacher's account. So racist stuff. Wait, I have to. How are fake musicians supposed to steal music then? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Frankie, shut up. I don't know. It's just not for. I don't know. It's just not for me. And I mean, I'm not looking down on anybody who does make guitar videos and little things of themselves playing and stuff. Especially if they're like charting the progress and stuff. That's great. It's amazing. It's inspirational. It really is because you see some people, but it's just not for me. It's just not for me. I'm not really a solo guy either. So yeah, just not so. I mean, who wants to see me sitting chugging the same 3 chords for 2 minutes? Fandango, I only follow other guitarists and traders I know on Instagram, so no food pics or Jim Rhubarb. Yeah, was it with people and filming in gyms? That's annoying. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not an Instagram guy, but I will put the music up there, and it's there and a handy thing because I've got some plans for the music thing, but they're still coming to fruition. I'm still figuring some stuff out. The thing is, I've had loads of songs like going around in my head for like months now, and I decided it's about time to start putting them down, getting them recorded. So yeah, if feel free to check out the Uncool Uprising on all major streaming platforms, music streaming platforms. I'm not on Netflix yet. The documentaries, it's in the works. But yeah, it's just like I said a while ago. I wanted to fuse my two loves, which was 80s synth pop and metalcore. And I did it, and unfortunately, it just sounds like 9 Inch Nails. So I've still got a few kinks to work out. But I've got no beef with the Nails. The Nails are cool. Steampunk tried making plans for Nigel. He wasn't interested. Is that an XTC joke? For those of you who don't know, there was a band called XTC in 1978. Released a song called Making Plans for Nigel, and I believe it was poking fun at the Chancellor of the Exchequer in the UK at the time, who was Nigel Lawson, if my autistic brain can remember that rightly. I'm 640 earlier today. Thought his Les Paul needed some fretwork until I realised he tuned the G string to G sharp. Reading the tuner upside down. Awesome. Wow, Boomslayer has just made my night. I thought one of the intros sounded like Rammstein. Brilliant. I'll take that as a win. Yeah, I've got. You know what it's like when you get all this stuff that's in your head, and like I think I've spent so long making videos and stuff, and doing this and doing that, and all the rest of the thing, and I just haven't been making music. I haven't been making music that I wanted to make, and now I am. So I'm quite yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and it's kind of opened up a bit of a new field of creativity. Fandango's a gym rat, but never posts it on socials. Leave that to the nasty. Yeah, I don't know. There's I don't know. There's just something wrong with. I don't know. There's just something about people filming themselves in gyms that really boils my piss. Andy, I would have hated the Jerry Cantrell gig. You're right, but I would have liked the support act, a band called Vows, dark synth industrial stuff. Do you know what? I'm really getting into it, Joe. Uh, uh, Send me a DM with the name of that band. I'll check them out. It does sound like the sort of thing. Does anybody in the chat remember a band called Carter the Unstoppable Sex Machine? They were really big in the UK, sort of like very late 80s, very early 90s. And basically, it was two dudes and a Roland drum machine. And some of the music they made, it was unbelievable. I mean, the energy, the energy. Two guys could just come up with. I like seeing them playing live and stuff as well. So I actually saw Carter live back in '91, I think it was. And I mean, the noise that two dudes and a drum machine can make. And I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a crowd as goddamn mental as they were going, for the Carter gig. And I'm like, you know what? If they can do it, then I'm sure, we can. We need another Carter the Unstoppable Sex Machine. But for me, they really went downhill when they got a live drummer. They shouldn't have got they shouldn't have got rid of the drum machine. I'm happy to see so many of you remember Carter USM. Steampunk stuck in the 80s and can't get out. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel it's the way. I go, oh yeah, happy birthday, Paul McCartney. It's Paul McCartney's birthday today. Dude's 83. All hail Paul McCartney. 83. I can't even imagine being that old. I mean, they were children when they started out, weren't they? Really, with the Beatles. I mean, they were sprogs. But yeah, have you seen the news about their kids getting together to form a band? I think it's Sean Lennon, Zach Starkey, and McCartney's boy. But they haven't asked Danny Harrison or Julian Lennon. So I'm like, wait a sec, who's just started listening to Slipknot? Ooh, you're in for a treat. Yes, Cass, Paul McCartney is still alive. Bishop, he's staying alive. That's the Bee Gees. Bee Gees from Saturday Night Fever, also 1978. Rod, what's your beef with Julian? I mean, I don't know much about Julian. I remember him doing a song in the 80s. He's up to Slipknot Volume 3. I don't know. I don't think there'll be a. I don't think there'll be a album as good as Iowa. Two-Bar Cover's "Staying Alive" is one of the greatest riffs of all time. Who was it who did they did like a rap version of "Staying Alive"? It was in the 90s. It was brilliant. And I mean, I'm not a fan of the Rapists, but yeah, it was a good track. Steve Cassidy's in the chat. How's it going? Still good to see you, Steve. Cass says it's the second best song to perform CPR to. What's the first best song to perform CPR to? I need to know now, Cass. Here's vows in case anyone's into this sort of thing. I'm not. Yeah, but Joe, you like Nirvana, don't you? Oh, right. Come on. I want suggestions in the chat now for best songs to do CPR to. The Imperial March from Star Wars. Duh. That's the first. Where is it? Duh, 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 duh. Can you imagine if you're giving somebody CPR and you started coming out with that? Frankie, you need to chill out, buddy. You need to go and get a drink. 1 minute. Frank needs a drink. Go on, dude. Frank's gone to get a drink. Nothing but a good time by Poison. I don't know, Barry. I think Ace of Spades would. I don't know. I could just see that making things worse. Turn the cam off because he's definitely not wearing it. But I am. I promise. Oh, God, I promise I'm wearing pants tonight. Look, pants. There. Can't believe I had to prove that trousers is there. Trouser Stuff Studio again. They're the sweatpants actually. Flight of the Bumblebee. Steve Cassidy, how's it going, man? So I said hi to Steve already. Steve put a bit of a poll up. Later. Shh. And he has an OnlyFans. Yeah, it's me, but I'm just changing guitar strings. I might do that actually. I love changing guitar strings. Steel Panther, what a band. Funny thing is, Steel Panther were playing just up there at the Electric Ballroom in Camden. We walked past a line of people in spandex with massive hairs and loads of makeup. That just would have been like going back to the 80s. Steve put a poll up earlier. I saw it on the Twitter about. I did a video a couple of days ago about a lot of guitar channels complaining that that they felt like guitar YouTube was dying and stuff, and it was more it was more me remarking on the other videos that other creators had made. Frank's been a tool. Is it? Right, lie down or I'll knock you out. Yeah, it was Slayer, I couldn't watch Bradley Hall's video. I can't watch people eat. I don't know why Bradley started doing this recently. He's doing a lot of videos where he's like eating kebabs and beans and stuff. Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, I'm not a fan of watching people eat. It's. I don't know because Ola England did a video about it. Jared Dines, Nick Nocturnals had Burnout. I mean, for me as well at the moment, I mean, YouTube it's just so hit and miss. I mean, I can do a video that'll get 15,000 views, and then I can release a video and it'll get 100 views. It really is. It really is hit and miss. I mean, thankfully, I don't rely on YouTube for anything. At the moment, it's costing me an absolute fortune to make videos and stuff. But I make videos because I enjoy it, and I make videos because there's 100 people who will watch my videos every time I put them out, and I'm happy with that. I don't rely on I don't rely on YouTubers, but for money. TikTok has had an impact, even YouTube Shorts. To be honest, I made some YouTube Shorts recently with the pedals and stuff, and they got some all right views. I mean, they didn't make any money. I think you get like 5 pence for every 1,000 views or something. They were fun enough to make as well. They were just kind of like little fillers because I was a bit busy that week. I might make some more. I mean, I've got about 800,000 pedals lying around, so I might make some more of those. But I don't know. I tend to try if I'm making stuff. I tend to try and make stuff that I personally would watch. Bishop has come in with the first South Park quote of the night. Thanks for that. How do I reach these kids? That was Cartman when he was pretending to be a Mexican inner city teacher. Yeah, I don't really use the community tab on YouTube either. I mean, I would seriously, I would love to know. I think most of you follow me on Twitter and stuff anyway, but I mean, feel free, if you've got any suggestions or anything for videos, feel free to send me a suggestion. And, if there's something you'd like to see. I mean, when I did the videos about ashtrays on, fenders and stuff like that, those videos were suggested to me and those videos did quite well. I think sometimes it's very easy to get stuck in your own head, because, like I said, I do kind of like make videos that I think I would like to see, and my thinking is that if I want to watch it, then there's bound to be like a few other people that would enjoy it as well. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of guitar channel. I mean, I'm not mentioning any names. I'm not falling out with anybody because I'm sure they're lovely dudes and everything. But I mean, there's a lot of guitar channels on YouTube now, and I watch them and I think, Jesus Christ, man, what are you on? Judy, there's a video on the Sonido coming up. Probably tomorrow. Actually, it's ready to go. I just need to release it. Judy. It is ridiculously easy to. You basically plug it into your tablet and you're ready to go. You don't need to select any drivers or anything. It does it all automatically. I think that's what impressed me the most about it. Plugged it into GarageBand and I was ready to record. Yeah, I have actually got another. Jojo Fry just mentioned about picks there. I have actually got another guitar pick video in the works somewhere. And I never got around to finishing it because I've got ones. So many guitar picks. That's hair bands for when I had long hair. I don't have long hair anymore. It's all gone. I have to find it because I got like wooden picks and felt picks and metal picks and bone picks and stuff. Anyone got ads from Justin Guitar on YouTube? I like Justin, but the ads are annoying. I haven't had any. I've watched Justin a few times, especially when I wanted to learn songs. Like I haven't seen Justin's ads though. At the moment, I'm just getting that Fender ads about that dude in a dress going down now. The John Petrucci Trinity pick is your favourite. To be honest, I'm stuck on these things now. The 3mm. Can't remember what they're called now. Jerry's Guitar Studio or something, but they're big ass 3mm picks. And I still got Jazz 3s lying about, and some Kirk Hamster Jazz 3s with the little piece out of them. Yeah, I started calling. I've started. I got a bass the other week. I told you about my bass, didn't I? I've been playing that with a pick. I love it. It sounds so punky. It's great. Plectrum, Plectrum pick. I don't know. A lot of people say plectrum in the UK. I just call them picks. It's easier. Right. Are we ready for my rant? KDH has covered this, and I did actually make a video about this, but I had to bin it because my rant was so unhinged that I would have probably lost my YouTube channel because I really, really, really lost my shit. So yeah, another music store in the UK has gone bust. You've probably seen the videos. It's PMT Music. I mean, PMT were massive. They were a huge company. I bought plenty of stuff from PMT over the years, and again, they've gone bust. And weirdly enough, they've also been bought out by Gear for Music. I don't know if anybody's had any dealings with Gear for Music. I always thought Gear for Music made really cheap ass guitars, kind of like Glaris. Like $60, $70 guitars that were garbage. I don't know. I just always assumed that Gear for Music stuff was trash. I did actually own a Gear for Music bass once, very, very briefly. And the only reason I owned that is because I bought a Boss GT8 or a GT10 off somebody, and the bass came with it. It was not a good bass. I couldn't. I tried so hard. I could not intonate that thing. So yeah, Gear for Music are obviously quite a big. Rod, why are you buying Ableton from PMT? You get it from Thomann like that, and I've got a discount code for Thomann. If you want anything from Thomann, let me know. I can hook you up. I'm a Thomann guy. But yeah, it just seems weird because Gear for Music bought GAC. That they, I don't know. It just seems weird that they're buying all these music stores that are going bust. I still use a Boss GT8. I swear to God, the Boss GT5 was one of the best ever processors ever made. I love the GT5. So yeah, PMT has gone bust. Now, one of the reasons that PMT have gone bust is at the moment we've got a bit of a problem in the UK. Yeah, Steve, Gear for Music bought the stock, but they've also bought the websites, the branding. They've bought loads of stuff from them. It's not just the thing. Steve, did you see the thing by Guitar? Actually, Guitar in Glasgow put a really cool post up on social media in the last day or two. I can't remember exactly when it was, and they basically said Guitar in Glasgow is really sorry about PMT going under, and if there's any of the staff from PMT looking for a job, hit us up. We'll sort you out, which I thought was really cool. I thought that was really nice of Guitar in Glasgow. So big shout out to those guys. But yeah, at the moment, I think one of the problems we've got with the government, I hate getting political, the government in the UK, I mean, they're a complete and utter fucking shower of shite. And they brought in this thing whereby I don't know how it works in America, but in England, when you get your wages, you get two tax. You get your national insurance, which you pay, and you pay your income tax, which is cool. And your national insurance goes for pension and benefits and NHS and all that, and that's what happens. But now the government has decided that on top of that national insurance, your employer also needs to pay national insurance. So not only has your employer got to pay your wages, they've got to pay maternity pay, paternity pay, sickness pay, holiday pay, all the rest of it. They've got to pay extra national insurance. And I know personally 3 businesses close to me, personally know 3 businesses, and they've had to let staff go because they can't afford the national insurance hike. And, a lot of these stores that have got, big footprints that, they've got places in the town centres and stuff, and they've got staff, and they've got all this staff, and they can't afford to pay for the staff, and it absolutely fucking sucks. It's an absolute disgrace. That I'm actually seeing people being let go from their jobs and stuff because their employers can't afford. The margins that they're working with are so small now they can't afford to pay for the staff. So yeah, it's, I don't know. Town centres are just doomed in the UK. They really are. And you go into most of the town centres in the UK now, and it's just pound shop, betting shop, fucking barber shop. Then the next 5 will be boarded up, and then it'll be a Greggs, and then it'll be Poundland, and it's it's just crazy. It really is crazy. It's not cool at all. I don't know. It's just mad when businesses, but it's music shops, and I think I think a lot of the time people just ignore stuff because it doesn't really affect them. But anyway, I'm gonna have to. I'm Jojo Fry's checking out. Thanks for stopping by, Jojo. My political rant will be the end of the stream anyway. Thanks a lot, Jojo. Sorry you're tired, but that's what happens when you get to this age. I mean, I know you're 10 years younger than me, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's I don't know. I think it's just sad that. Come on, buddy. I think it's just sad that businesses are being forced out and people are losing their jobs and stuff, and that's just me saying something. It is what it is. But again, it's sad to see another music store go the way that GAC and what was that? Oh, Bax as well has gone. I don't know. It's sad. It just feels like eventually there's not going to be any shops left at all. So there. But listen, 2 covers. Internet shopping killed the market. Local stores can't compete. I'll never get how anyone buys a guitar without seeing in touch, and it's where we are. Unfortunately, I mean, Frank, enough. Unfortunately, I get what you're saying. I mean, if I want to go to a guitar store, for me, it's a 3-hour round trip from where I live. That's like an hour and a half there, and an hour and a half back, plus the time at the guitar, and it's just not. It's for the sake of, I mean, the thing is, I know what guitars I like, so and the thing is, I buy a lot of secondhand stuff as well. I hate to see secondhand guitars for sale, and I have to rescue them all. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, if I decide to buy a guitar online, they'll send it to me. If I don't like it, I can send it back and get a refund. But that's a situation that I'm in. I don't have a music store close to me, so it is. It is what it is. Also, it's a 5 to 6 hour round trip. Jesus, I thought mine was bad. If there was a guitar shop near me, then I would probably, I'd probably patronize it. I would frequent it, but it's not. It's just not really practical for me to drive that far to pick up a guitar when I can have it delivered to the door. But I mean, like I say, if there was a guitar shop like half an hour away, I'd be there all the time. They'd be sick of it. I'd probably be barred. But that's just the circumstances I'm. I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you guys how it is. So anyway, listen, I would love some ideas for some videos. Not because I'm struggling. I've got loads of videos. I've got like 4 ready to go now. But what would you guys like to see? Drop me a line. Let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see in the near future. I might actually do one on all the picks that I got, because I've got a pile of picks that I haven't used yet, and that could be quite fun. A trouser video. Judy, what is it with my trousers? Judy, settle down. Can somebody spray Judy with a little bottle? Tell her to calm down. Oz lives between Oban and Fort William, West Highlands. I went to Fort William when I climbed Ben Nevis. It's really nice up there. It was a really nice day as well. Fandango spent 3 hours in his guitar store last week. Is that because they'd caught you stealing guitars? They were waiting for the cops. Right, listen, guys, I'm checking out. I need to go sort my doggies out. It's been awesome seeing you all again. Lovely seeing so many of you here. Seriously, drop me a line on Twitter or anything. If you've got any ideas or something you'd like to see for a video, really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone in the chat tonight. You guys, honestly, make make the stream so much easier. Cass, awesome to see you again, mate. Take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching, and peace out.